Thank you. It was a fantastic win for us in the program. The guys fought hard. We knew that the game wasn't over at halftime because this is March Madness. We know that teams are going to always make runs. We know Boise is a great team. They were going to dig in. They've been in a bunch of close games all year. They've been playing well all year. Knew the game wasn't over. But we dug in deep and pulled out a great victory for our first, win of this March Madness.
Start right here.
Schaefer Murray, Washington Sports Network. Penny, just talk about how this was different from you playing as a player compared to as a coach, how it differs and just what it means to you, having that Memphis across your chest and getting that big win.
Yeah, first of all, as a player, it's the same thing as a coach for me. The preparation was always big for me. For me, I was going into the game, I needed to watch the guards. I was just a student of the game. I wanted to know what their strengths and what their weaknesses were. It's the same thing I do as a coach. I try to put our guys in a position with the game plan on understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the other teams. Try to, get easy opportunities on offense from what I see how they play defense. So to me, it's similar, and it means a lot to me to have the Memphis across my chest, representing the city of Memphis in this tournament.
Stephen Johnson, Daily Memphian. Penny, we know how much Alo means to you. The fact that he gutted through all that pain, we saw him at halftime, and was really the difference, made the kind of the game sealing play. I guess how much did it mean to you that he played such a role in the first win for the program since 2014?
Yeah, I just know that's who he is. If he can walk, he's going to be out there. And, there's just the heart and soul of the team. This is his fourth year. He's a winner. He understands what it means to the city for us to be here right now and that the entire city was watching. And to see him gut through that is what I'm used to. That's just who he is.
Jason Munns with the Commercial Appeal. Alex, how are you feeling, winning in your NCAA tournament debut from a big picture standpoint, and then how's your ankle?
From a big picture standpoint, I'm like a happy kid at the candy store right now. That's my first win, my first time being here, and it was a hard-fought game. We left it all on the court. That's one thing that I can say, and I'm just very happy for the city. It wasn't just for me. This was something I wanted to do for the city for a long time now, and I'm glad I was able to get that first win my senior year for the city of Memphis. And with my ankle, my emotions are real high right now, and I'll be good to go. I'm feeling good. A lot of adrenaline still rushing, so I'm ready to go.
Terry Davis, Tri-State defender. Penny Hardaway, what was your emotions entering the game, and what was your emotion going out of the game? Because you can never go 1-0 again, because you always be 1-0 going to the NCAA tournament. So what are your emotions before and after the game?
Yeah, going into the game, I was anxious to get it started. I wanted to see how my team was going to play in the first 5 minutes, and we came out to battle. We were battling, and after the game, man, it was just a relief because I knew how good Boise State is, a great basketball team. I know how good they are. We played them last year in the NIT, and they've gotten better and added some great pieces, and, man, they just play together. They're just one unit on both sides of the ball, and they're very tough, so I was definitely pleased to get out of there with a win.
Cassie Carlson, Action News 5 in Memphis. Alex, for you, when you went down, when you hit that three and you were grabbing your ankle, you could kind of see it on your face. Was any of that just flashbacks to last year and the emotion of that?
Yeah, in that particular situation, it was kind of a flashback to when it first happened. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't as bad as it was from a while back. And like I said, I'm feeling pretty good from when it first happened. And like I said, I'll be ready to go.
Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian for ALO. Did you think as you were lying there, I mean, we could hear you in pain. Did you think it might be more serious? That's question one. And two, and this when Jalen missed the layup towards the end and you poked the ball away and Jalen then got it scored. Can you describe what happened in that play? It seemed to be the kind of winning play that you're noted for.
Can you repeat that first question again?
What did you feel like when you went down and you were in pain?
Okay.
Did you think it was?
It was very painful when I first went down because I landed on his foot, and I kind of felt a couple pops or whatever in my ankle at the moment. But like I said, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was because I was able to finish the game and have some adrenaline to help me with that. And that last play towards the end of the game, to be honest, I kind of went against the game plan. I didn't supposed to stop the break high. But, I took a chance right there. It was one in a million chance, and it went through. And Jalen, he made the bigger play by being patient and being the beast that he is by finishing that. And everything kind of went through. That's the chances that I'm willing to take sometimes, and you know, it kind of worked well for us.
Mark Giannotto, Commercial Appeal. Jalen, just what was it like in that second half as the lead is, you know, slowly getting smaller and smaller? What did you guys call upon to kind of keep your cool, remain composed? And then I got a question for Penny after you're done.
Just coach telling us that it's a game of runs. You know, it's March Madness. There's no bad teams. Every team has a lot of talent. So just us staying focused, knowing it's a game of runs, and knowing what we got to do to get the lead back up.
And then Penny, I know you talked about it a little bit, but how satisfying was it when the buzzer sounded, both with what happened during the game, but also with what the program accomplished here today?
Yeah, very satisfying. You know how big this is for our city, our school, to even just be here and then to get your first win, man. It's a run of emotions that's going through your body. Just so happy for the fans, happy for the guys because they worked their tails off to get to this point. Beat a really good team. Like Jalen said, there are no bad teams in this tournament. And, man, just filled with nothing but just gratefulness and just being thankful for the opportunity to get that first win.
Do we have any questions from our Zoom room? If you do, please raise your hand. Not seeing any at the moment. We'll go back to the room.
Hey, JD, all year long you were saying, I just want to make the tournament. I just want to make the tournament. What are your emotions going into this first game, and what are your feelings going into the next game?
Very happy to be here, very excited. Definitely taking advantage of the opportunity, enjoying it with my brothers, and just going into the next game, just knowing we got to lock in, get back to the drawing board, and get ready to play.
I'm going here first.
Justin Reed, Spokesman Review. Gonzaga has to take care of business first, but for both Penny and Jalen, a potential matchup with Chet Holmgren, and kind of your thoughts on that.
Man, I love Chet. I talked to Chet. I recruited him. I think I talked to him maybe 3 times a week for like 4 or 5 months, so we got really close. Such a terrific player, and just happy for him, for his growth. He's just a superstar. With Drew, I watched him play throughout the entire summer in Texas and was watching his fundamentals and was like, man, who is this kid? And I got to know who he was, and then obviously we know what he's done on this level. So, you know, we know we got our work cut out for us. They're both 2 great players, and we look forward to the game if they are the ones to win. You know, like I said, we're not talking like they're going to win the game. Obviously, they're the favorite, and Georgia State has something to say about that. But if that happens, then I know those guys. I know Chet better than Drew, but it would be fun if it happened.
Kevin Pelton, ESPN.com. Coach, what went into the decision to clear Amani to play today, and what did you see from him out there?
Well, he was on a minutes restriction today because, you know, he hasn't really played. And in the first half, he did phenomenal. He played the way that he knows how to play, knocked down a really big 3. I took him out, and then in the second half, when it got to be rugged for us, I didn't want to put him in that predicament or in that situation. But he did fantastic today. He stayed positive. He was watching the game. He learned a lot today. Getting on the floor, gets his juices flowing again, and he's a tough competitor.
Jalen, congratulations. You had your double-double, but probably the most emotional you were on the court was when you made a backdoor pass, which led to a pass that led to a score late in that game. What were your emotions like there when, not just when you're doing your scoring and rebounding, but you had 1 big block as well, and that is secondary assist. What are your emotions like when you make those plays to help your team win?
Man, to me, those plays are more important than me scoring the ball, honestly. I talk to Coach a lot about my pass, and I like to pass the ball a lot. So when stuff like that happen, and I can find a guy like Alo, I know Alo is going to make the best play for the team. So for me, those type of plays are more important to me than scoring.
Over here in the corner.
Down here. Yeah, for both Coach and the
Name
player.
and affiliation, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tom Goldman, National Public Radio. For Coach Hardaway and the players, get your reaction to playing in a more normal March Madness environment, certainly compared to the last couple of years. Or does that not matter? Could you guys play anywhere because you're so focused on what you need to do?
No, I'll start off first, man. This is wonderful, man. Honestly, to see the fans in the stand, this is true March Madness. You know, watching it in the past where it had to be in Indianapolis and no fans, really just family, that's not March Madness. This is beautiful to just be here and seeing it with the families here, the fans here, and everybody walking around in the city. That's beautiful to me.
Same here. Just the bright lights and just the packed house is just amazing atmosphere. I mean, that's that's what we play basketball for. You watch this growing up, watch March Madness, you see all the bright lights, the big crowds, and you just want to be in this position.
Yeah, just like what both of them said, this is true March Madness. This the March Madness that we all grew up watching. When the commentators, when a full pack house, when the game's going back and forth, when it's like a roller coaster basketball on a basketball court. So this is most definitely true March Madness compared to the COVID year of March Madness.
These will be our last 2 questions.
Penny, Jason Munn's Commercial Appeal. Tyler and Landers at the AAC tournament last week didn't necessarily have their best 3-game stretch, but Landers hits a couple of big 3-pointers today. Tyler comes up with that steal and then goes coast to coast in the first half to kind of help kickstart that big run that y'all had to finish the first half. So just talk about, we talked a lot about Earl last week, stepping up in big moments.
Yeah, I really depend on, or have depended on, Landers and Tyler for their scoring ability, because they're both can get it going pretty quickly. And we need those guys to make shots. And Landers made 2 big threes in the second half. And Tyler's layup in the first half was big. We just need those guys to make shots, to stretch the defense, to make the defense honest. When they come on the floor, they have to be accounted for. So, I'm playing those guys those minutes, and they came through today.
Last question.
Alo, Stephen Johnson, Daily Memphian. With everything that was kind of going on in the second half, near 20-point lead kind of goes all the way down to 5. How does some of that early adversity you guys went through, how do you think that kind of prepared you guys to kind of weather that storm and what was basically almost a road game for you guys?
Coach Penny, we always be in situational things at practice. We've been in the points where we're up 10 with 2 minutes, down 10 with 2 minutes, and I just feel like he did a great job of preparing us for that moment. And just throughout my past and my history, I've always been in games where I could be up 20 or down 20, and the game is never over. And just being aware of that and just keeping my teammates aware of that has always just been a blessing. And like I said, just listening to Coach Penny put us in the right spots that always help us get through every time.